Hey guys, welcome to the Q&A, and this is my second time trying to do this. As I was editing, I noticed that the video quality wasn't right. It was missing some frames, and also the color was just so bad. Before anything else, the first thing that I do is all the cuts, and then the color correction, then the audio, and then after that I do the captions and add graphics. And as I was adding the captions, I noticed that the video quality was just pure crap. Man, I was so bummed out. I really wanted to just curl up into the fetal position and cry myself to sleep, man, because I was just so sad. I was like, no, why have to do this again, man? Oh, I was just so bummed out. I wanted to put this out on Friday, this past Friday, but I couldn't do it. I had to start all over again, and then I did, but I just wasn't into it anymore, you know? So yeah, here I am doing this again, man. Turns out that I was recording in the wrong setting, and that's such a rookie mistake. This time I did double check that I was recording in the right setting. I don't know how I even changed the setting. Oh man. Anyway, the second thing that I want to say is I do have the fan on, so hopefully that doesn't bug anyone, and hopefully there's not too much noise in the background. If there is, I'll make sure to edit it out. But yeah, it's
hot. It's really hot in my room.
Whenever I'm making the 911 videos, I make sure that I have everything off. You know, the fan is off. I close the window, I close the door, and I'm usually, well, not usually, but every single time I'm sweating
My ass off.
I have my towel next to me, my water with ice, and yeah, I'm just sweating away. So I figured this time, it's a Q&A. It's not that big a deal, at least I don't think it is. And third thing that I want to say is I'm not the best speaker. I say a lot, I say like a lot, and I repeat myself
A lot.
I feel like my brain just goes it just goes so fast, and I want to say everything at the same time, so I got to make sure that I slow down, and I tell my brain, hey man, you got to slow down just a little bit, so yeah, just
Keep that in mind.
and one more thing, I'm extremely flattered that you guys did ask me some questions. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna be extremely honest, I'm not extremely comfortable in front of the camera still, but I'm getting there, just little by little. I want to open myself up to you guys. I want to earn your trust, and I'm not gonna scam you like other YouTubers. I'm not interested in getting essayed by fans and stuff like that, which I don't get how you even do that to your fans, and how do you scam the people that put you in that position. I just don't get it, man. Like, you don't shit where you eat, you know what I mean? You do the opposite. You give back to your fans. You do things for your fans. I mean, they put you in that circle of success, and you're just fucking them over. That's such a messed up thing to do. So here we go. I'm ready. I have my Red Bull. I'm extremely exhausted. And my fan is ready too here, so let's begin. So question 1 comes from Jabberjaws, and it reads, what state do you live in? Have you ever been to Ohio? What about Kentucky? What's the most interesting call you have done in your opinion? I live in San Diego, California. I've been here for about 7 to 8 years now, and yeah, I love it. It's a chill city, sunny city. It's warm. I honestly think that I'm gonna stay here for quite a while. I know I've never been to Ohio, never been to Kentucky, but I would love to, maybe one day. And the most interesting call, that is a great question, but also a tough one. The most interesting call, I would say, it's the Jason Neil Bourne 911 call. When I first listened to that call, I didn't think it was real. I really thought that it was fake, but I kept on listening. And then I found audio of the radio traffic dispatch. Then I did the research for the case, and it was a bizarre case and so strange. And another thing that I found odd about that case is I couldn't find a picture of Jason Neil Bourne. And every single time that I'm doing research for a case, I'm always able to find a picture of the suspect and the victims. 99% of the time. But this time I couldn't. I couldn't find one picture of Jason. So yeah, it was just so bizarre. And he did some messed up stuff, man. That's a brutal, disturbing case. So yeah, I would say that one. Oh, and also one more thing. Some of you did ask the same questions. So what I'm gonna do is whoever asked the same questions, I'm gonna put them up on the screen at the same time. And the next one is by Worried Mary. Have you ever worked in the medical or first responder field? No, but at one point I did think about being a cop. But this was back when I was 21, 22. So like over 10 years ago. But yeah, I thought about it, but just didn't end up doing it. Thank you though if you do work in that field. We really do appreciate you. The next one is by Raina Dixon. Where are you from and how long have you had your channel? Really enjoy your videos. Thank you. And I'm from Watsonville, California. Born and raised. It's, well, I don't know now. I don't think it's that bad anymore. But back then in the 90s, it was, you know, the hood, the projects. I had a really tough childhood. I'm surprised that I made it out alive. It was yeah, like I said, it was tough. It was nothing but gangs, violence, sex and drugs. It was yeah, but I'm grateful that I came from there because it made me extremely humble and I enjoy the, you know, the little things and I enjoy my family. So yeah, I'm just really glad that I made it out. And I think my channel is going to be 2 years old now in September. And Christina PC, you are truly so good at this. I've been very impressed with your dedication and level of improvement in each video. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Do you have previous experience in video production? Also, after reviewing so many calls, do you see any patterns, red flags, as far as what kinds of things people can do to save themselves or their loved ones from these tragedies? Last question, have you ever had to call 911? Thank you for your work. Please keep it up. Thank you for watching. I don't have any video production experience unless you count this. Okay, so back in high school, this was 2002, 2003, and I had a PS2, which by the way, I still have it. I had a PS2 and 2 VCRs with, you know, VHS tapes, and I used to record my gameplay. It was a racing game and a soccer game. I can't remember the name of the games, but yeah, I used to make like these montages, and yeah, I would edit them and then watch them back on the VCR, and it was just for me, really. My cousin did watch a few of my edits and he thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, I used to do that. And then about a year later, I got a job at Factory to You. I was 15 years old and I saved up enough money to go to the Best Buy and I got a Gateway PC. And I bought this game, I believe it's called Movies. Something Movies, and it was a game where you can create scenes and dress up the characters and just make like your own movie. And I had a lot of fun playing that game. So I was like playing the role of the director and producer, and you can also add music in the background. It was really fun. And to answer your next question, this one is actually, this is a tough one for sure. The patterns that I do see are panic, and you can listen to it in their voices, and a lot of the times they don't know what to say or what to do. So my advice would be to remain as calm as possible. It's easier said than done, that's for sure, because you're going through this moment in your life of tragedy and disturbance and your brain doesn't know how to process it, especially if you've never been through, you know, chaos. So you just go into this panic mode and you don't know what to do or what to say. So yeah, that would be my advice. Just do your best to remain calm and do what you got to do. Something that I would do, and this is for me, this is not something that I'm telling you to do, but if I was in a crazy situation like that, I'd rather die trying. I refuse to die in the hands of a killer. I'd rather just take my chances. But again, that's just me. And have I ever had to call 911? Yes. I was 19 or 20 and my mom had a bad reaction to a medication and she wasn't feeling well. She was dizzy and couldn't really walk. And I noticed that her pupils were extremely dilated. I did call 911 just to be safe. And the first thing that I said was my address. And then she asked what was going on. And then I told her. she's having a bad reaction to a medication. And next thing you know, EMT show up, they take her, and they released her the next day. But I was super calm and chill. But then again, it wasn't that serious of a situation. I do wonder though how I would have reacted if that moment would have been much worse. By the way, the 911 operator was super nice and really professional. And the next one comes from there's only one right. I almost butchered your name. Are you married? Are you in college? Are you a parent? Who or what got you started on YouTube? Do you have YouTube friends? No, I am not married. I'm extremely single.
And loving it too.
Not in college. School was just never for me. I don't know. I've never liked it. The only thing that I liked in high school was PE because of the sports. I've always been a huge sports fan and I love playing them, especially soccer, basketball, football, and also creative writing. That was always my thing too. It was a lot of fun because you could just make stories and make up characters and things of that nature. And not a parent. Don't have any kids. Again, you know, maybe one day I just gotta find me a beautiful gal. And I'm not picky either. Wherever you are, show yourself.
You're taking your sweet ass time.
Show yourself!
And I have one YouTube friend, which is CrimeHunter. I've done one video on his channel, and he's done one video on my channel. Well, it was a collab. Other than that, no. I was supposed to do, this is maybe 6-7 months ago. I was supposed to do a video with someone else, with another channel, but he backed out last minute. Don't know why. Maybe he was going through some stuff, but it just didn't end up happening. Who knows? Maybe in the future we'll try again. And what got me started on YouTube, man, this is a really great question, but I feel like it's gonna take me a while to answer it, so I hope you got some time to listen to me. So one day I just decided to go for it, and one thing that kept me away from actually going for it was fear. And fear is such a strong emotion, and it can consume you and eat you alive. But I remember telling myself, what do you got to lose? Just go for it. That's your dream, right? You know that this is what you're supposed to be doing, so go do it. You got nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose. Just go for it. What's the worst thing that can happen? Plus, I didn't want to go through life and be, you know, in my 60s, 70s, 80s and say, I wonder what could have been if I would have just gone for my dream. I didn't want that regret. So yeah, I just went for it. And I remember the exact moment when I decided to just go for it. I was in this relationship that lasted maybe, I think it was 4 years, and I knew that it was gonna end. I just had this gut feeling that it wasn't gonna work out. We were on the same page, marriage, kids, you know, getting like a little house or something like that. But then along the way, she just, you know, changed her mind and wanted other things and other stuff. So I figured if this relationship doesn't work, I'm just gonna go for my dream and just make my videos. So yeah, I'm doing that now. It's going okay, I guess. It's really stressful. But I'm trying, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. And this next one is not really a question, but it comes from Julie Quigley. So as usual, I asked a question and it said error. I'm sorry, Julie. At least you gave it a shot, but this is just, you know, shout out to Julie. Thank you. And Freebird asks, can you acquire certain 911 calls? It depends on the state. Different states have different rules. But to answer your question is yes. And this next one comes from Meredith Grubb. It's good to see your face. I love the work that you do. The way you put your videos together are so freaking well done. Thank you. What's the call that got you the most? And how do you relax or regroup after completing the video? Also, do you have a fur baby? And if so, tell us about him or her or them. Thank you for always finding calls that I haven't heard before. Thank you for the question. The call that got me the most, again, oh, that's a tough question. Oh, all of them? They're all really tough to listen to, but I would say most recently would be the Ryan Everly 911 call. That one was brutal, man. Golly, you could just listen to the man's voice as his wife is dying. That one was really tough and made my stomach go inside out. I mean, I can't even imagine. Plus, you know, he's, you know, trying to help his wife, but at the same time, I feel like he just wanted to go chase the guy that just shot her. He saw the guy driving away and he couldn't do anything about it. You know, I remember working on that video and doing all the research, and I felt so bad for Ryan and Julie, and I was hoping that that video would do well. I wanted that video to blow up because I remember Ryan, or reading a statement from Ryan that said that he wanted to tell Julie's story. And as I kept digging, you know, looking for info, Julie just seemed like such a nice person, a great mom, amazing wife, and everyone loved her. And the way that she passed away is just so messed up, so evil, and I felt so bad, you know. And also on that video, I worked with Frank, which is the narrator of that video, and Frank was such a nice guy, so professional, but most importantly, so nice. So I figured if that video does well, then I could bring, you know, light to Julie's case and life and the things that she did, and people could see how amazing she was. But I could also bring potential customers to Frank, because I know that he needs the money to, you know, to work, especially if there's a pandemic and people need jobs and money. So I figured if that video does well, it would be a win-win for Frank and for Julie and Ryan and his family. And I did my best. I tried some different things, and it was also my first time working around a different voice that wasn't mine. So yeah, it was difficult, but I was thinking outside the box. I was hoping it would work. And I also know that the intro was kind of long, but I just wanted to showcase recent events and how the world is now today. And I don't know, I guess it just, you know, just didn't work. I did drive myself crazy working on that video. It was took me a while for sure. But like I said, you gotta try new things. But yeah, the Ryan Eberly and Julie Eberly case was, you know, a tough one. And how do I relax after completing the video? Well, I usually hang out with family, or I watch a movie, or I watch a documentary. But most of the times I work more. Oh no, man, I might be a little bit of a workaholic. But I also do play the guitar, just a little bit. And I do have a fur baby. Her name is Layla. She's about 10 or 11, and she is blind. And I love her to pieces. Do you want to say hi, Layla? Say hi. Hi. You want to say hi? No? But yeah, I love her so much. Whenever I'm feeling down or depressed, I just go to her, and we do get in arguments though sometimes. She's a little bit of a shit talker. But yeah, I love dogs. I love, you know, cats too. Love animals. And she's the best, man. She really is. She makes me so happy. She's part of the family. Oh, furball, you okay? I did have another dog before her. His name was Tyson, and I had him for about 14 years, which is quite a while. And he was my best friend. He was part of the family. Yeah, he was everything to me. And when he passed, it was fucking brutal. I cried like a baby. I really did. I'm just gonna admit it. I miss him every day. I used to dream about the guy. The last time that I dreamed about him, it was him and me. I know this is weird and crazy. It was him and I. We were just, you know, hanging out. We used to wrestle because he was a really big dog, but playfully, of course. I was never rough. He was never rough with me either. So we just play around, and I was petting him and we were wrestling, and it felt so real. And out of nowhere, he starts speaking, talking, but his mouth wasn't moving. And he said, you gotta let me go. You gotta let me go. And I asked him, why? Let you go? Well, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, you're gonna have to, you have to move on. And I remember him saying, again, his mouth is not moving. I'm just looking at his face, and this voice is coming out of him somehow. And he said, I'm okay. You gotta let me go. And I remember waking up, and I had a few tears in my eyes because I thought that dream was real, man. Like, it felt real. It felt like real life. I don't know if I know people out there have had dreams just like this one or similar to this, where it feels real. It feels like real life. But then I woke up and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And since then, I haven't had another dream about him. Yeah, like I said, it was me and him, and the whole scenery, the background, it was just white. It was bright and it was white and there was nothing else. It was just him and I. Till this day, I do miss him. I miss him a lot. There's something that so beautiful about animals. They're just so innocent, and all they want to do is just love you. And no matter what you do to them or what you say to them, they'll still come back to you. Yeah, he was just the best. And this next one comes from, oh man, I don't know how to pronounce your name. SQRLEYL. Sorry, don't hate me. Have you ever been threatened, sued, intimidated by police or victims because you posted their 911 call? Yes and no. This was the Janelle Evans. I think that's her name. The girl from that reality show, Teen Moms. Janelle Evans' cousin wrote me a comment, and it read, hey, I'm Janelle Evans' cousin. And she said something like, you showed her kids on the video, and if she sees this, she's gonna get mad or you're gonna get sued, or something like that. I can't exactly remember. And I wrote back, oh, I'm sorry. I'll see if I can get it out of the video. But at the time, I couldn't redo the video because I didn't really know how. I was still learning, how to edit and how to do things. And I remember I lost the files. And so the point is, I just couldn't redo the video, but nothing ended up happening. And I remember it was just a picture of her with her kids, and I got the picture from just Google. But I didn't get why she would get mad, because there's pictures of her and her whole family with her kids and stuff everywhere on Google, on blogs, on websites. So I just couldn't see why she would get mad. But I didn't mean like no bad intent or anything like that. I was being as respectful as possible. But I do remember that person has so much drama in her life, man. It is insane. Like, how do you even live like that? But again, no disrespect, to each their own. I also did get a comment from, I believe it was the granddaughter of one of the callers. It's the William Miller 911 call. I think it's on disturbing 911 calls number 12 or number 11. I can't remember. But she left a comment saying, and she was super nice. She wasn't mad or anything like that. She just wanted to add more info into the case. And I did pin it so you can go, read it if you want to. But yeah, I was super shocked that she left that comment. Yeah, I wish her nothing but the best. I also did get another comment on the Jason Neal Bourne one. One of the cousin's victims left me a comment. I also did pin it. You can go and read that too if you want to. But yeah, man, whenever I'm posting these 911 calls again, I always make sure that I'm doing it in a respectful way, but also I want to make it entertaining at the same time. I don't know, but for me, it gets a little bit tricky because again, I don't want to make it boring. I got to be respectful, and I also have to make it entertaining at the same time. So yeah, so never been sued, never been threatened so far. And Hey Jamie says, for the love of God, please get a transcript editor. It's insane how many 911 call channels get so much of the transcript totally wrong, and it drives me nuts. Well, there, Jamie, I can't afford it. But maybe one day, maybe one day. When it comes to doing captions, it's the most frustrating process when it comes to making these videos. One day I will get someone to help me out and make the captions and all that. But when it comes to editing, I don't think I could ever stop doing that. I love the editing and shooting video. That's my bread and butter. But thank you there, Jamie, for your question.
Thank you for watching though.
And Love Foreign Accent says, why does it seem like you work way too many hours all the time? Thanks so much for the upload and enjoy the rest of your weekend. We appreciate you. Thank you, and I appreciate you guys for watching. It means the world to me. Yeah, I work a lot. A lot. I do have a real job. I'll get to my real job in a little bit later in the video. And Christina, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce your last name. I'm so sorry. Does producing these videos get to you? You know, like the Facebook moderators that sued for PTSD. Thanks, please answer mine. Yes and no. Like I said, my favorite thing to do is editing. When I first start editing the whole video, have it on mute. So first I do, like the graphics, the captions, and then at the end I unmute it and just go through every single little scene. And pretty much every time I end up cutting something out. And I know you guys don't know that because you don't see it, but I do end up cutting a lot of things. Or sometimes what happens is I end up just starting all over again. I cannot tell you how many times I've finished the video and then I change my mind and I tell myself, I can't put this out. This sucks. This is not a good video. What was I thinking? My narrating and the way that I'm talking and this and that. And I just start all over again. And Facebook moderators sued for PTSD. Did that actually happen? That's crazy. And Audit Quebec. Which microphone are you using? Which software do you use for editing? Thank you for your hard work. Cheers. Cheers to you too. Thank you for watching. The microphone that I've been using for the past 3-4 videos, it's this one. I don't know if you can let me get it closer. See if it focuses. It's the Shure Super 55 Super Cardioid Dynamic microphone, and I love it, man. It's such a... Oops. There you go. Got it to focus again. But yeah, it's a great mic. Right now, I'm using the Shure SM7B. I would say that this one here, the SM7B, it's better than this one. But I don't know, man. I really do like this one. I love the look. You can also just like grab it like this and talk into it. Or well, I usually just grab it by the handle and I talk like this and grab it like this. But yeah, I don't know. I saw this mic and I said, yeah, this is the mic that I'm meant to use, and I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna use it, and I love it. I did, however, start with the Blue Yeti, which is a USB microphone, and it's a great starter mic, and that thing picks up every little crack and noise, and it picks up everything. And if you don't have a soundproof room, like me, then it's tough. Then after the Blue Yeti, I moved on to this one, which is the J-Lab. It's a USB-C microphone. It's not a bad mic. It's okay. But then I bought another one, which is the SL600. I think it's a, I forgot, man. I think I only used this mic like 2 or 3 times. And then that's when I made the switch to this one. And like I said, now I'm in love with this one. What I use for editing is Final Cut Pro. I did start with Sony Vegas back when I was using a PC. But once I made that transition to Mac, there was just no going back to Sony Vegas. I did try Premiere Pro. I used it for about 2 weeks, but I stopped using it because it's just too expensive. It's too pricey. It was 25-30 bucks a month. And with Final Cut Pro, you just pay $2.99 and it's yours forever. Final Cut Pro is pretty awesome, especially if you combine it with Apple Motion. And you can also use Photoshop. So if you combine all those 3, the possibilities are endless. Ains, ooh. Brilliant editing and stuff. Is there no way to run the audio so the callers and operators' voices normalize to one volume? Back when I was using Sony Vegas, I was able to separate the audio of the caller and the 911 operator. But once I switched to Final Cut, I couldn't figure out how to do it there. So now I just do my best with Final Cut so I can edit the audio so it sounds better. And sometimes the audio of the 911 call is so bad. For example, the Alex Murdoch 911 call. I think once you get to minute 120 or 130, the audio was super distorted. It sounded so bad. And I did find copies of the 911 call, but it sounded the same. So what I was gonna do at first, I was gonna let you guys know, hey, once you get to minute, whatever, it's gonna sound bad. But then I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna do my best to edit the audio. And man, it was brutal editing that 911 call because you're listening to this man, you know, who just found his wife and son shot to death. And I'm trying to edit the audio at the same time. It took me about a whole day just to edit the audio. Like I said, it was brutal, but I did my best. And then not only that, but after that, I had to do the captions. So I had to listen to the 911 call again. And you know, I'm still learning about audio. I have seen a bunch of tutorials and a lot of it looks like freaking rocket science. These audio engineers do some amazing, beautiful work. I mean, I had no idea that a lot of work goes into audio. That's why I've invested in, you know, in this microphone. I also bought the DBX 286S and the Scarlett 2i2 to go with this microphone just to up my audio game. But yeah, man, audio is something else. It's like a whole different world besides, you know, video editing. And Gold Chains Official, love your channel. On a side note though, I don't understand why you didn't make more of an issue with the operator on the second call with the football player's wife. Shit is not okay. Attitude helps no one in a emergency serious situations. Either way, keep up the vids. I'm obsessed with yours and one other 911 calls page. Y'all are the best. Thanks, man. I appreciate you watching. Yeah, that operator was an ass. But the thing is, whenever I'm making these videos, I just present the 911 call, present the information, and I leave it up to you, the viewer. Maybe when I start live streaming, I'll voice my opinion, but for now, I'll leave it up to you guys. And again, from Ains Ul, how do you access so many recordings? Ever looked at some international equivalents to 911? So I find 911 calls through the internet. I just go on Google and then Google takes me to a bunch of websites. Every single day, I'm always looking for calls. Right now, I have an insane amount of 911 calls and pretty much all of them are not on YouTube yet, but I also don't want to upload just the audio, you know, because people don't like that. But that's how I do it. I just dig and I keep looking and looking and looking. And international 911 calls, I found quite a few, but again, they're on YouTube already, so, and they have like over 1 million views, some of them. So that's why I haven't done any international 911 calls. Great question, by the way. And Marcellus Torres asked, are you and CrimeHunter doing another video together in the near future? I'd love to, for sure. I haven't talked to him in, it's been months, but I think he's doing okay. And it seems like he's just doing his own thing, which I respect. But yeah, he seems like such a nice guy and he seems really consistent on making videos. You can just see the passion that he has. That's why I wanted to work with him. If you yourself are a YouTuber and serious about making videos, you know, shoot me a message. I'll really work with anyone. I don't care if you have 100 subs or 200 or 300 or whatever. Again, if you have a passion for making videos, then, you know, I'll work with you. And Amber HHHH, all you have to do is go to the section where you could upload a video and you should be able to go live from there. And this is in regard to me making some of these videos live. And I do know that there's a button there and you just press it and you go live. But the thing is, I want to be prepared. I want to give you guys a show that you all enjoy and love and like, and you guys want to come over and hang out. I just don't want to go like, hey guys,
I'm live. Here's the audio of the 911 call, and you know, that's it.
Like I said, I want to put on a show and make it good and enjoyable. So yeah, I'm still working on it. And Sandy, yeah, I'm not going to try and pronounce your last name, but thank you for the question. And it reads, that was the most adorable intro ever. Oh, thanks. So doing these 911 calls, do you ever have problems sleeping? Or the simple noises in your house are now the loudest scary sounds ever? Some of them are downright scary, and yes, that's me. But I keep on listening. Great job. Love the channel. Thank you so much. No, I don't really have trouble sleeping. I do double check that the door is locked, that my window is closed. And again, from Love Foreign Accents, what would happen if you didn't edit your videos? Would they be super choppy? I have no clue as I don't make any videos. If I wouldn't edit my videos, they would just look so, you know, so dull and dry and without color, and it just wouldn't look right. So my camera died and now I'm using the camera of my iPhone. Hopefully the quality's not that bad. But and Queen G says,
I'm interested in your accent. It's so gorgeous. But were you born in Cali and picked it up off your parents or what? Love and hugs.
thank you so much for the question. I didn't even know that I had an accent. Do I have an accent? I don't know. I guess I have an accent. That's pretty dope. I'll take it. My parents, though, they were born and raised in Mexico. And where is the Serenity asked?
Who or what inspired you to start making YouTube content? Pretty sure that I answered that question already, if I'm not mistaken. And what type of work did you do before this? Well,
I still do have a real job. I'm gonna actually show you just a little bit of this is actually footage from yesterday. I've been working for Bond's grocery stores for about 8 years now. And when I first started, I was getting paid minimum wage. So what I would do, I would just clean pretty much. I would pick up cardboard and make bells. So I started doing that for a while, and then I would frequently tell myself, what am I doing? How did I even get here? What is this job? But I kept grinding, and at one point I did work 2 jobs. I worked at it was called Cycle Gear. I was there for about 8-9 months. So I would do both. I would work at Cycle Gear during the day and then at Bonds during the night. But eventually I just stuck with Bonds, and I slowly moved up, and now I have my own department. I'm the frozen foods manager. I'm in charge of everything. I have to do the ordering. I have to do my negatives every day and my pick 10 list. I know you have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's just work talk. I like my job. It is tough at times. It does feel like a really meaningless job. It is also really cold, but I'm so used to working in the cold now that I don't use gloves. You're actually supposed to wear a uniform, and I don't wear it. It's not gonna happen. I'm supposed to wear these black shoes, black pants, not jeans, but these nice dressing pants with this shirt, and that's it. But when you're working in the cold, that doesn't work. So I'm not gonna do it. I usually just wear a hoodie, some jeans, and the shoes of my liking. I do wear 2 pairs of socks, sometimes 3, because again it's cold, and 2 pairs of boxers. So my shift, it starts at 12:30 a.m. and I'm out by 9:30 a.m. A lot of the times I do leave early, and I like that they don't get mad if I leave early. As long as everything is done, they don't tell me anything. And I also do like this job because I have a lot of freedom. I can pretty much do whatever I want as long as everything is done. I listen to my music and I do what I gotta do. There is a lot of labor that goes into it, and my knees do hurt. Even though I wear knee pads, my back hurts a lot too. I do wish that I could, do this full time. That would be, well, I mean, that's the dream. That would be amazing. But hey, maybe one day for sure. But yeah, that's my real job. That's what I do for a living. I don't make much from YouTube. Most of my videos get demonetized, which sucks. I know that it's not all about the money, but when you're busting your butt on a video for days, sometimes weeks, and then you upload it, and then YouTube is like, nah, man, not today. You're not getting paid for this video. It does suck, because the money that I do make from these videos, it goes back into the video, And at first, when I got monetized, it did mean a lot to me. I mean, I did cry just a little bit, because I couldn't believe that I was gonna get paid by making videos. And like I said, making videos was always just a dream of mine. And yeah, I just couldn't believe it. And then I remember I got demonetized like a month later. But then I got it back, and I've never cared so much about the money. But now I do hope and wish that I make a ton, an insane amount of money, because if I do, I'm just gonna give it all away. I would just use it to help people, man, to help you guys, and give it to charities and give it to the homeless, and I don't know, just use it to help people. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep going and see what happens. I think I'm gonna end it now. It's 10:04 p.m. It is my night off, and I should be sleeping right now. I'm so tired, man. Yeah, everyone, thank you for hanging out with me. Oh, and by the way, I am gonna make my documentary at some point. That is still gonna happen, so I hope that you stick around for that. And yeah, you know, I just want you guys to be part of the journey, and I want to involve you guys more. And I'm not gonna tell you guys what the documentary is gonna be about. I want it to be a surprise. I'm excited, man. I've been learning a lot more about, you know, shooting video and lighting and stuff like that, and there's a lot to it, and it sounds extremely difficult. But whenever I'm behind a camera shooting or, you know, editing, that's when I feel fucking alive. I know that this is what I'm meant to do. It's just that I'm just not that good at it yet. I know I'll get there for sure, and I'm not in a hurry. But yeah, I know that this is what I'm meant to do. And if you have a dream or a passion that you want to go for or accomplish, fucking go for it, man. Just go for it. You got nothing to lose. Just, you know, just go. And like I said earlier in the video, you know, fear could keep you away from it. And there's always a little voice inside your head that tells you, no, you can't do it. You know, you suck. You're not good enough, you know, and this and that. You know, same shit happens to me, and it still happens every single day. You're not good enough. You suck. Give up. This and that. I've even written it down on a my notebook of ideas, just to, you know, show you guys that I'm not you know, lying. I've written down things like, sometimes I want to quit fucking shit. Like little things like that, you know. And I also want to learn to ask for help, because that is something that I struggle with. I hate asking for help, man. I don't know. I just feel like I bug people, and I don't want to bug anyone. But yeah, you know, going for your dreams is not an easy thing. That's for sure. But yeah, I think I'm just rambling at this point now. So now it's 10:10 p.m. I'm gonna go. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I hope that you did. And I'll see you guys next week, hopefully. I've been trying so hard to do one video a week, but sometimes I feel like it's driving me nuts because it's a lot. I'm gonna do my best to do one video a week for you guys, and see ya.